For the fourth quarter, a very one-sided affair. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Here's Jones. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Pressure gets to him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Burrow and the Bengals with a first and 10
at their 36-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
After that last play, we've got an injured man, and it's a big one. Joe Burrow shaken up. You hope this is nothing serious. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking deep here for Chase.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
72 yards.
And the Bengals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He gets this one to Burks.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
First down, Bengals.
12. Stop.
And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score.
T. Higgins.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Bengals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On first down, Tannehill.
They'll set up the screen for Spears.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Tannehill throwing again. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Gun.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Bengals are pouring it on. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Trey Hendrickson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
12. Here we go.
Burrow on play action. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
61 yards.
And the Bengals just continue to roll. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all, but let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back here from Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, we've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Second down and a yard.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
touchdown! Drew Sample, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Taken at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And the Titans getting set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
A run here with Chestnut.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Hand off to Spears.
Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime.
but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
And Burrow going to change the play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better 1st quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side, and this offense, they've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
At the 16-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bengals, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.